I heard such a beautiful message today that I couldn't help myself but come here, go live, and share something very precious to me that I feel it's the reason why I was put on this earth. So many dramatic things have happened in my life that have shifted everything, the way I perceive life. But it's hard for people to understand when I speak like that. So let me put you there where I was, so you'll be able to reconnect, to connect with me in the moment and feel the feelings that I was feeling. I was 30 years old and I had a 4 months baby and I was diagnosed with melanoma. I had to stop nursing my baby immediately, as I was told. I had to go through a process where I could not even be close to my baby. And because of what happened in my body, I couldn't hold my baby. I couldn't bathe my baby. I couldn't nurse or take care or hold or anything like that. But it was not when things really happened to me. I survived that. And 2 years later, I learned that there were some nodules in my lungs. And in that moment, when I found that out, I always had this fear of metastasis. And I felt like if it ever happened to me, it was my end. And I remember a friend of mine, and the reason why I remember this was because today is his birthday. And I asked him to come to me with me in a meeting room at the office and with me to open these exam results. And I was sitting this big table meeting, and I will start reading this exam, and then it said 10 nodules in your lungs and a pleura. I don't know how you call this in English. And I look at him and I said, "Oh my God, I always thought that if this ever happened to me, it was going to be the end. I would just jump from a bridge and just get over with instead of going through the misery that I know these processes are." And I started going down the hill in that moment. I made a conscious decision. That was my end. It's very sad. Today, I know a friend of mine, she was 41. She passed away a year ago. I didn't know until recently, and I was devastated about it. She said something so beautiful and profound in one of her videos. She said, "Don't let it kill you before you die." And that's what I did. I stopped living my life. I told the doctor that it was going to be my goodbye. I wanted to do a goodbye trip. I want my kids to have memories with me. And I want to take pictures and I want to see dolphins. And I started organizing paperwork, preparing to die. I did all that. I did all that. And the doctor initially asked me to come back in 6 months, so we'd look at those nodules to see if they had grown or multiplied. And I told him in 6 months I was not going to be there anymore. And we needed to do that earlier. And he said, "Is 3 months is okay? Do you feel comfortable with 3 months?" And I said, "Yes." So I lived the worst 3 months of my life. My ex-husband was telling everyone that I was going to die. He was telling my boys not to love me. My baby was 2 and my older was 7. That I was not going to be around long. And everybody was looking at me like I was a ghost, like I wasn't there anymore. And I accepted. And I went along with what was happening. And I allowed it to take me. I went down the hill in a very, very hard, very low depression. I was devastated. I had no one to talk. Everybody that would call me was just to get the news. I had nothing to hold on to. I had no one to talk to. I had no hope. I was just waiting for it. The moment I was going to see the doctor, and I knew it was going to be the end. So the day arrived, I was still working. I was the only provider in my family. So I left work earlier and I went to the doctor. And when I got there, he opened the results and he said there were not 10 nodules, but 20. I went home to a very small place we used to live. It was a 40 square meters apartment. And as I arrived there, the boys were playing. We had a cold tile on the floor, so we used to put a couple of blankets so the boys would play there, and they were playing something like a Lego. And I had completely detached from everything, everybody, including my boys. I got home and my ex-mother-in-law, she was in the kitchen doing something. She was an elder woman. And I just passed. I deviated from the boys. They were right there as you opened the door. And I was going to my room. As I was arriving in my room, inside my head all the time, killing myself, I remember hearing something. And then I stopped in this very tiny living room. And I stopped and I heard my older boy saying, this is a picture of them not back then, but almost a little after that. My older boy was saying, that's not how you do it. You put this here and there, and explaining to my baby that was now 2 years old how to do it. As I heard that, I turned. And when I turned, their voices became like angels singing. There was this light coming from above, like when there is the sun and the clouds, and there is this light that come in between the clouds, and it was the most beautiful thing in the world, coming upon my voice, and those sweet voices. Wasn't really my voice singing. It was like angels singing, like very heavenly songs. It was so beautiful. In that moment, I realized I had given up on my boys. I had given up on my life. I had given up on everything. And then I look at them, and within, I said, no, I don't want to lose my boys. I want to be here. They need me. I want to watch them growing up. I want to be part of their lives. I want to watch them going to school and having girlfriends and getting jobs and having a successful life and having problems and helping them resolve those problems. So please help me, God. And I had this very strong feeling in my heart that I wanted to be alive. I wanted to be there. And I don't know what happened in that moment, but I became so strong. I became so full of faith, like I wanted, and I was going to do it. I was going to find a way to do it. This was one of the most emotional moments of my life. A few years after that, during my separation process, that was very dramatic. There was this kid that put a gun in my head as I was walking with my kids. And I remember that I zoomed out. This was like maybe a year after this whole situation. I was no longer living with my husband. And life stopped. I'm telling you this because in these moments that we realize we lost our life, that there is nothing else. You probably have experienced situations, maybe flying an airplane, maybe something dangerous that you went through, a car accident or whatever it was. I had situations like that happened to me, that I felt that life was gone, was over. And then when I realized it wasn't, I came back with this strength, with this realization how beautiful life is. Look at everything around us. So much to live, to experience, to do, to become, to have. And how many times we stop living when something happened to us. We put an end date in our lives while we're still alive. We allow illnesses. We allow end of a relationship to just put an end in our lives. We allow situations that happen to us being the end. Why? Why do we do that? Why do we go start projecting in an unknown future with the worst case scenario based on our fear of what might happen or may not happen? Life is so beautiful, it's so precious. Let's reconnect it with life, with every moment. If you knew today was your last day, what would you do? How would you live? What would you tell people? Something somebody did to you, is they really relevant? Is they really important? Shouldn't you forgive? Shouldn't you go ahead and let it go? Why you're holding yourself back? It's like putting an anchor in your neck and throwing yourself in the ocean. Why you are doing this? You are alive. You are here. Your heart is pumping. Your lungs are full of air, and there is lots of air here for you to breathe. Be alive. Allow every cell of your body to experience this beautiful present that God gave us. Allow all this. Allow life to get into you. Allow the Holy Spirit to guide you, to give you the light that you've been looking for. I see so many unhappy people projecting or bad planning their future, what might happen, and probably will never happen. But they stay there in that state, thinking of bad things. Don't do that to yourself. Don't let things become a death sentence. You are alive. You're here. Now you can do anything you want, no matter the diagnosis the doctor gave you, no matter what happened, no matter the state of the relationship, no matter if you lost your job, no matter if your business is not working, no matter if you have a debt to pay, no matter what's going on in your life, you are here alive, and there is a possibility to change it, to be better, to do better, to experience life, and to be happy and wealthy, whatever wealthy means to you, and live abundantly and in prosperity, and share this energy, this gratitude with others. There are two ways to live your life: believing in abundance or scarcity. If you live thinking about scarcity and everything that you lack, that you don't have, that you miss, everything is going to be a problem. It's going to be sad and depressing. But if you start focusing on what you have, what you are, what you do, look at all this beauty that it's given to you every day, and we take for granted. Have you ever thought about this? You can see the five senses just to begin with. Our mental faculties. We can imagine things, a new future, can have faith. We have a will to change, a burning desire. We have our intuition, which is God talking to us. We have our memory. We can go to the future, create a memory of the future, come back. and resolve our problems there and just come here and build that our way out there. You can have wonderful relationships. So many people are having bad relationships because they're not really experiencing the other person respecting and loving truly, fully. They're being held back by bad old experiences, past experiences they had. Chaotic relationships, abusive, toxic relationships they had in the past. You don't need to continue that. You can free yourself up from those things. It's a time to start anew, a clean slate. It's like every day start over. Every day you have a chance to restart your life, to do it different, to make a new choice, a new decision, to do things in a new way, in a different way. It's up to you, no one else. Don't give power to others to tell what to do. It's your life. And this is not a rehearsal, it's here and now, each day. Today is the youngest you will ever be. So here and now is the time. Do it. Allow yourself to live, to experience life, those blessings and the grace of God in your life, in your being, in your soul, and expand and be happy and share this with others. You smile and wish well and do well and be good and spread good seeds. This is what life is about. It's about being and experiencing and enjoying life. If you are a parent, and you bring your kid to a amusement park, don't you want your kid to have the most, have a blast, to enjoy the rides, to have the cotton candy, the ice cream, and have a majestic, wonderful day? That's what God wants for us. He allowed us to be here. He put us here. Like this is the amusement park for us to take full advantage of things, to be happy, to live it fully, to love intensely, and to do all the things like, oh my God, I want to experience, I want to go in this ride and again, I want to have this ice cream, this cotton candy, and do this, and do and popcorn, and run and jump and be happy. That's why we're supposed to be here, to be happy. That's what the Almighty Father wants us to do, to be fully happy from the depth of our soul, to experience life in a way that it's hard for me to explain unless you are living the same energy and vibration and frequency that I am in all the time, because it is truly a present. Enjoy, live it fully. Do your part. You matter, you're beautiful, you're enough. You got all that you need, all the wisdom, all the courage, all the faith, everything you need to do whatever you want with your life, to pursue your dreams. Learn something, start something, try something new. The thing you've been, rehearsing, thinking about it, do it. Now is the time. Life is happening right here, right now. Enjoy and be happy every day. Thank you so much. With gratitude, Sheyla.